Hey, what's up? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of SimplyPodLogical, a simply logical podcast.
We wish you a holo Christmas. We wish you a holo Christmas.
Are you waiting for me to cut you off? I wanted to see how long you would keep.
Holo Christmas. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Happy Taco Tuesday.
Cristine, today we're doing the second annual SimplyPodLogical Christmas Without the H gift guide.
Yes.
Is that right?
People need to know what to buy there, and they look to us, Ben. They look to us for inspiration. So as a result, no promises for your family members and loved ones that they will have a satisfying Christmas.
No guarantee.
No guarantee.
No warranty, no take-backs, no returns. Is this last minute? If this is going up on the 6th day of Christmas without the H, does this qualify as last-minute Christmas shopping, or are we still in a normal window of Christmas shopping?
It depends. If you're going to the store, definitely not. But if you're purchasing online, then yeah, you got to be careful for shipping cutoffs. Here. Yeah, you're definitely cutting it close.
All right, so we might be saving people today. Do your shopping. Order that thing for that person.
It's a beautiful day to save lives.
It's a beautiful day to shop and participate in our consumerist society. Do you want to get right into it? So we have a bunch of categories of like types of people that you might have in your life that you might need to shop for.
It's also the 6th day of Christmas with no H by Holo Taco. So you've probably maybe already noticed we released some new stuff that's behind Ben. Well, not all those polishes, but the rack is new.
Nice rack. So we got a little Christmas surprise. 2 new toppers.
2 new seasonal tacos.
A silver flake taco, a red flake taco. And a little fun display rack so you can show off your goodies.
Finally, we can have proper set design. That's basically why we release these, so I can display more than one polish and not just collection boxes behind us.
I didn't even have to build this shelf.
Yeah, I built it myself. Holy shit.
Well, someone somewhere in the world built the components.
Well, yeah,
and then you put it together.
Don't take the fun away from us. We're all gonna say we built it ourselves.
Like the OG shelves, I'm like going to Home Depot, like get an MDF.
Oh, I'm
pretending I know how to hammer a nail.
I'm sorry, I just realized that
you've replaced me.
You think you're being replaced?
Yeah.
By the acrylic Holo Taco shelves. Don't worry.
I have been replaced.
I mean, you were already replaced a few years ago when we got those shelves professionally built in the basement.
Well, that was a little different.
Okay, all right.
Now I'm replaced by an industrial
complex
assembly line.
Yes.
Okay, do you want to just do the gift guide?
Yes. Okay, what's the first category,
First
Ben?
category is girlfriend. What do you buy for the girlfriend or friends in your life?
A friend who's a girl.
Yeah. What do you buy your girlfriend, Cristine?
I feel like pajamas is like a really good, like cozy pajamas. And if you want to get specific, since this is our gift guide, I guess, I love flannel pajamas.
You like wearing my oversized t-shirts as pajamas.
Yes, but that's usually not something you gift someone.
Gift somebody else your boyfriend's t-shirts.
No. As I was saying, sir, I think flannel pajamas that are really cozy and soft is just such a good gift that I feel like at some point you're going to use them. I mean, maybe not if you live in a climate that's always hot. I get that, but, climate dependent.
I prefer to sleep naked.
Okay.
My answer is very much along the same line as yours. Because I may not be the brightest bulb, the sharpest knife in the drawer. I don't know a lot about women, but one thing I do know is all women love blankets.
Blankets, yeah.
It's a universal truth. Maybe it's heated, maybe it's weighted.
I love heated blankets.
Women love blankets.
So do cats.
I've never met a woman who doesn't like blankets.
So do cats.
So I don't have like a very specific product in mind.
Not wool.
Why not?
When people have gifted me like a wool blanket, okay, there's different types of wool. Someone's going to correct me. But like the wool that's scratchy and itchy, no one wants that. No one wants that except for our grandmother.
That's like your grandmother's home knit blanket made with love. If you knit a blanket, if you have like an old lady in your life who knits things, you might get a blanket that feels a little like scratchy and like the fuzz comes off of it.
That's not what's coming to mind. It's like ones you buy from a department store that says like cashmere wool and it sounds fancy, but then it actually feels like shit. Like I don't like those.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I had one bad experience.
That sounds like it would feel good.
No, some of them scratch.
Okay, so you have to make it's a soft blanket.
It has to be a soft
That
blanket.
that should go without saying.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Is that a good answer?
Yeah. So you're buying me a blanket?
I like how you had no pushback to like women universally love blankets. Do you think that's also true?
My answer was so do cats.
Okay.
Like whatever. Everyone loves who doesn't like blankets?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No one.
Okay.
Okay, so
do you have you're a woman. Do you have a specific blanket you could recommend to people, or no, you just like all blankets?
It's not like there's a brand out there that I'm like, this is the best blanket to ever exist. It's kind of like luck, which I find very frustrating. Like sometimes I've had really good luck on Amazon when I'm buying a heated blanket and it was like only $40 and it's so soft and so good. But then other times I've bought something and it was like garbage. And that's just kind of what happens. So yeah, I don't, it's unreliable, my sources for blankets.
Okay. Good luck out there.
But I will leave links. This is what I'll do. So some of the things we'll talk about today, I will have some Amazon links down below in the video description box if it's something that I know of or I've tried. Now, there's always no guarantees because sometimes they just like switch manufacturers. So like, I can't control for that. But yes,
okay.
I'll look for some links.
Cool. All right. Next category, your boyfriend. Boyfriend or boyfriends. What do you buy your boyfriends, Cristine?
Something most men need. A toiletry bag.
This is such a normie answer.
No, but it's like so true because anytime we've gone anywhere, it's like you don't have a bag to put things in, or so you're like,
I got like a plastic bag.
Can I put things in your bag? And I'm like, no.
I do not ask to put things in your
toothbrush in your own toiletry bag, so it's like leaking or water.
You're lying. This never happened.
I mean, it happened like 7 years ago, and then I got you a toiletry bag, so, Oh,
and you'll never let me forget it.
This is advice for other people. Don't worry, I've forgotten about it for you. You're good. You're safe now.
Sounds like you've forgotten about it.
But I think it's just something that traditionally, not everyone obviously, but like often men will just like forget that's something they could buy themselves, and it's like not even that expensive. So that's why it's a good gift idea because it's not that expensive, and it's like, oh, you know what? I'm actually going to use this at some point.
Yeah, I think the only reason I have one that I use is it came with, you had bought me a little kit, a toiletry kit that came with a little zip bag. Yeah. And I use that. And it's not like some nice fancy toiletry bag, but it's just convenient. Yeah.
Right? See? And you use it even when we're not like going on trips. Like you just keep stuff in it.
I just take it around the house. I feel like taking my toothbrush downstairs.
He brushes his teeth in the basement.
We're going to do a tour of the house with my toiletry bag.
He goes to the shower with the mail and says, oh, can't use that shower. Gotta bring my toiletry bag back upstairs.
So that is a good answer, Cristine.
Thank you.
And my answer was just going to be the kind of things you put in a toiletry bag. And maybe this was the answer last year. Maybe it wasn't. It should be the answer every year that like skincare products, any sort of thing like that are so easy because like most men I know do not buy those things themselves. Like me, I don't have a skincare routine. But the few times you have bought me over the years, like, here's an exfoliator. If it's there, I'll kind of use it. If it's like right in front of me to think of to use.
So I have a question. As I've given you guidance at least on skincare, how long did it take until you stopped doing it?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, the only way of putting it is just like I only think of it if it's like literally right there in front of me. And I guess at some point, if I clean the bathroom, sort of put it away in the cabinet or something, I'll just like stop thinking of doing it.
So it's hard to make it a routine. Is there like a gift that would make something a routine? Mm-hmm. Maybe you just gift them like a schedule or something.
So
you go in their phone and you say, use your skincare at 9 a.m. every morning.
Break into your boyfriend's phone and set a reminder to exfoliate.
Honestly.
Or get Simone Yurts. It's Yurts, right? Not Gertz.
Oh, the engineer.
The engineer, yeah. YouTube inventor. She has a store and a product that's the everyday calendar.
Yes.
It's this thing you post on your wall. and there's a button for all 365 days of the year, and if you push it, it lights up. And it's a sort of way of visually mapping or representing, did you
How far in the
accomplish
year?
something that year, right? So,
How do you know, like, what are you tracking to accomplish?
well, you can make it, you're tracking whatever you want to track. But in this case, you could put like literally a board on the wall, and I have to light up the buttons to say I washed my face that day.
That's a good idea. Yeah, okay. We'll find that link too.
Because then you have the constant.
Does she still sell it?
Yeah. Okay. I want one.
Okay, maybe I'll get
That's
that
a
for
gift
you.
a gift for Ben.
That's also a good gift just for someone who's like looking forward to the year being over, because you don't have to have a specific goal.
Getting one
You
closer.
don't like there doesn't
The
have to
bar
be
is
a
filling up.
skincare or some reason, that you're checking off. It's just like the day is done. Check on to the next day.
That's pretty sad. Shouldn't
Yeah,
that be
but,
a glass half full, glass? You don't want time to pass too quickly.
You don't?
No.
I don't know. It could be a gift for someone who's kind of ominous, It's just like, here, count the days.
Oh, that's a very depressing
That's
thought.
nice.
All right,
Merry
next
Christmas.
category, just gender neutral partner gift. Let's be a little less heteronormative here.
Definitely can't get them pajamas
Yeah,
or a toiletry bag.
Definitely not. So for the gender aside partner in your life, for the partner where, what's your gift?
Personalized AirPod case.
Okay. AirPod.
And an AirPod case that has a little clasp or like a hook on it so that you could hypothetically put it on a keychain or your belt or your coat or something so you don't lose your little AirPod case.
So what is this for, like a little kid who's losing their AirPods all the time?
You lose your AirPods all the time.
Yeah, and you just go find my phone and you go make it beep.
Okay, well, you won't have to do that. I don't know. I thought a
You
personalized...
just glue it to me and I'll never lose it.
My idea's not bad, Ben.
I think AirPods is a good gift.
No, not the AirPods, just the case, okay?
Oh, just in case.
It depends on your budget.
They can buy their own.
If you want to buy them AirPods, well, you don't buy AirPods for someone who doesn't wear AirPods because they might be the kind of people who are like, ew, I'm not an AirPod person. What do you think of me?
But you buy them an AirPod case?
If they already have AirPods, you can get them a personalized case.
Oh, you're only talking about the case.
Well, I'm thinking if your partner's already an AirPod person.
AirPods come with a case.
No, but it sucks. Because, like, you can't hook it onto anything, and it's just you lose it. It's
You think
not
people
personalized.
want to walk around with AirPods hooked to their body?
Do you not remember 10 years ago where we all had earphones with strings attached to them?
The wire to
The wire? And it was...
Yeah. So you want to add wires to AirPods?
Well, no, not like... not a long wire.
I want to make your wireless earbuds wired for Christmas.
Yo, I miss those days.
You can still get wired
I
headphones.
still use them. And when I've used them on a call before, people are just like, what are you doing? I'm like, actually,
It's like a time machine.
Okay, well, anyways, I don't mean a long wire. I just mean like a little keychain size wire because people lose them.
Okay.
Case in point, Ben.
What do you mean, case in point? Am I going around losing AirPods?
I feel like you always lose them.
I don't. What do you mean, always lose them?
I don't know, you're always...
7 years ago, I asked to put my toothbrush in your bag, and like 5 years ago, I lost my
Okay.
AirPods once.
Anyways, and by personalized, if I wasn't clear, there's like these companies where you can get embroidery or engraving on a case, which I actually just think is kind of nice.
When you order AirPods, you can get them the actual AirPod case engraved with something.
You can?
Yeah.
By who? Apple?
But yes.
How do they engrave white plastic? Like laser cut?
Oh, they etch
Okay,
a sketch technology. I
but
don't
there's no
fucking know.
keychain holder. Is my point.
You can buy a keychain from Apple
Okay,
too.
whatever. No, there's no little hole on the AirPods. So how do you hook a keychain on it?
I'm sure there are cases they make for AirPods.
Exactly. You have to get a case though.
God. Okay, great gift idea, Christine. I'm gonna say, for anyone, there's 3 things anyone should love: coffee, tea, or pizza. Everyone should fall into. Do you know one person who doesn't enjoy one of those 3 things? Good
I see.
Case in point.
It's like a triangle.
So here's the 3 ideas. You're getting them a Breville espresso machine, something I personally enjoy every morning. Mm-hmm. You get them a really nice tea kettle. Maybe it's a Breville. Maybe it's a little more less tech focused and more traditional kind of looking. There's some cool ones, but you want like an electric kettle, I think, so you can pick the exact temperature for your tea. Mm-hmm. And then third is your Uni pizza oven by Uni.
This is an ad read.
This is an ad read. I want them to send me
This is an unpaid ad
I'm going
read.
to start just dropping subtle references to Uni pizza ovens in the hopes that someone at Uni is like, that Ben guy sure knows how to sell a pizza oven.
What is Uni? Like, is it a word from
Oh,
another
I'm
language?
so glad you asked, Cristine. Uni is a maker of pizza ovens
Okay,
that
but
are
what
really
does the word mean? What does the word mean, Uni? Like, one? Like,
It's Uno.
okay. But like unifying, is it like short for unifying, or is
It unifies
Uni...
us all around the love of pizza.
Okay, is it German, or like what's the brand?
Why would you? I assume
Uni,
it's Italian. I think it's a made-up word.
Is it?
I don't know what
you got to
Uni
do your
means.
research on these brands you're doing unpaid ad for.
Oh my god.
I'm just asking.
What does the name Breville mean, Christine?
Breville, je sais pas. I don't know.
Why does this matter?
I don't know.
Wait, what have you recommended so far?
What?
What is something you've previously recommended?
Customized AirPods.
I just want to prove how difficult it is to have a conversation sometimes. Why is Apple called Apple, Christine? You suggested AirPods. Why is Apple? What does Apple mean?
Ben, I was just, since you know so much about Uni, I was just curious. I wasn't trying to be competitive. Ben, it's making my eyes cry.
So don't cry.
Okay, wait, I did
Why
have
are you
another,
crying?
I had another question.
Yeah, what is it? Is it about the definition of a word?
No. It's going back to your idea.
Oh.
You said that people either enjoy coffee, tea, or pizza.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to recommend something that did all 3.
Where would that be?
Because no one's going to buy a tea kettle, a coffee espresso machine, and a pizza oven unless they're rich. So, like, we need honest...
We have 2 of the 3.
Okay, well...
Only a pizza oven's left. Many people have kettles and coffee machines.
I don't know about coffee machines.
You don't have to be Jeff Bezos to own a kettle.
I thought you were going to recommend something that did all 3.
Oh.
That's where I thought you were going.
Well, that would be... we're giving free ideas to Uni over here. Uni, just attach an espresso attachment and kettle to a hot water spout.
And then your tea will taste like pizza.
And you could have
delicious.
You could have wood fire generated hot water for your espresso.
Probably give like a nice smoked taste to the tea or coffee, like smoked coffee beans.
You could roast your beans in the pizza oven probably.
And it definitely won't taste like pepperoni after.
Pizza flavored coffee. Yeah.
Uno.
All right, what category was that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
We've derailed.
Next one. What is the gift you buy for the coworker you like?
Okay.
A coworker you enjoy.
Someone you want to continue to see at work because you like them, and without them, you would hate work if they weren't there.
Oh, okay. That's pretty extreme. Extreme-like.
Yeah.
They're your reason for going to work.
Well, no, but like you go to get your money, man. You get your paycheck. But like work would
be
job. Shitty without them. You know,
okay.
And that's,
what do you get for
fair.
your work bestie?
Okay. Well, now that you say work bestie, there is a nail polish by Holoday named Work Bestie, which is just such a good idea. Yes, thank you.
I'm getting a kickback on the back end there.
That's kind of cute. You could pair that nail polish with a desk warmer mug.
Oh my
which
God,
okay, I know I said this last year, but the feedback I got was that it literally saved people's lives.
What's the name of the desk warmer mug?
It does work on your desk. It's just it's basically like a hot plate, but it's not as, large and crazy.
Did you say it saves lives?
Yeah.
How does it do that?
Because It's just so amazing. And people discovered it after I mentioned it last year. They're like, how did I live without a desk mug warmer? Because all it is something that you just plug it in and you can just put any mug. It has to be like ceramic mug. Don't put plastic on it, obviously, because it's like a hot plate. And then some of them you can set the temperature. Some of them are auto on, auto off. So when you lift it up, it shuts off. And when you put the mug back down, the weight of it turns it on. So like there's been some technological advancements in this desk mug warming complex. And I think it's just such a good gift. And if you're someone who's at work or you go into an office or you work from home and you drink coffee or tea, which is literally like everyone I know.
Or pizza.
I wonder if you put your pizza on this.
Yeah, keep your pizza warm on your desk.
Then maybe you're a slow sipper and you are the kind of person who like
nothing worse than a slow sipper.
Hates tea when it's cold or hates coffee when it's cold. Well, this will literally save your life.
Okay, something I would actually like for Christmas. Hint, hint.
Are you a coworker I like though?
I mean, we do work together, and I hope you like me.
Okay.
I'm interested in they have these mugs now. There's a few different companies, but Ember is the one most people know of. Ember mugs. EMBER. We're gonna ask me what Ember means? Okay, so these mugs that you plug in, and the mug itself heats the liquid. I think we've talked about this before. You like having whatever mug you want to use. You have a lot of ceramic mugs from David's Tea. Check out Simply Picks at the link down below. See, so you like to be able to use like whatever mug you feel like that day.
Yeah.
I'm much more sort of utilitarian about my coffee consumption. I don't really care what the mug is. I kind of care about the shape, how it feels in my mouth. Don't clip that out of context. But I want to try an Ember mug because I'd be okay just using the same mug every day. And I like the idea of the mug itself keeping my coffee warm so I'm not tied down to a desk and a hot plate.
Do you never put your cup down?
Yeah, but maybe I put my cup down here and maybe I take it and walk around. I want it to be keeping itself warm all the time.
So those are very expensive compared to
how much is that hot plate?
These are like, you can get them for like $20.
You're right. These Ember mugs are like $150, I want to say.
So if you're rich, this is a great gift idea. No. The other issue I have with those mugs that I've seen, now they still have room to change. Not that they're like listening to my feedback. You know, if they did, then they're trying to change the world. But they're too small. And because you have no choice except to use that mug that is literally heated, they're too small. So like to me, it's like, that's not enough.
You need an extra
also
large.
Don't think that they're dishwasher safe. I'm just gonna guess, but I could be wrong.
And you're too good to hand wash things.
Exactly. The nails, can't do it. So I normally use ceramic mugs that I can throw in the dishwasher. Even if it says don't put in the dishwasher,
I do it
anyways.
I often end up washing your mugs.
If they are like thermal mugs or whatever, that change
changing mugs.
Ben will wash them for me. So maybe gift your loved one a Ben if you're looking for
Got a mail order husband, 90-day fiance style.
Okay. What category are we on?
That was for a coworker you like. Good gift idea, Cristine. Okay. Good idea. Totally original. I don't think we've ever heard that one before. I think you should as an adult, coworkers are like one of the few opportunities you probably have to make friends. So I think if you enjoy your coworker that much, maybe they're not just a coworker. Maybe they're a friend. And so you could buy your coworker something you two can do together that you just like selfishly want to do. And it might be fun to have someone come along with you.
Like a hockey game?
You could take your coworker to a hockey game. That's not a bad idea. Okay.
What about the coworker you don't like?
That is the next category.
There's always one of those.
So I struggle with this one because really what you want from the coworker you don't like is for them just to not talk to you.
Yeah.
So I feel like the gift needs to be something that occupies their mouth. It distracts them from wanting to have a conversation with you. So like maybe it's like noise canceling headphones. Or maybe it's just something else that sort of blocks them out from even noticing you're there. Like really dark sunglasses. I don't know. Do you have some better ideas than me?
You think they're going to wear sunglasses in the office?
Hopefully.
So my first thought was like, well, you get them nothing. because you don't like them, right? Like
It's a gift guide.
You just get nothing. But then I was thinking along the same lines as you, and I discovered something when I was doing research for this on Amazon, that there's a pillow called the ostrich pillow where you pull it over your head and there's like a little hole, and it allows you to sleep on your desk comfortably because you can wrap your hands basically above your head like a ballerina, but in the pillow. And then you can put your head down on the desk with your hands there and sleep comfortably.
Well, what workplace is allowing this?
But the pictures in the advertisement, it's like someone at work sleeping under the desk with their hands in their head in this ostrich pillow. And I was like, you know what? If you hate a coworker because you think like they just don't work or like whatever, you could just give them this. And maybe they'll be sleeping under the desk and then get fired.
Make it easier for them to sleep on the job.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is pretty mischievous, conniving. I like it.
It only works for some people. There's going to be some coworkers who do not fall for it, but you never know, you know?
Do you ever take naps in the office?
No, just in my car.
Oh, so like at lunch, I remember this.
Yeah.
Those people don't. In the early Simply
sad.
days, when you like it was all day at work, go home, work at Simply all day, like
Yeah.
the amount of work you were doing, yeah, you would literally just have naps in your car at lunch because that was like one of the few times you had to not
Well,
work.
like we'd have to be at work at 8. I usually walked to work, and then there was meetings, and then it was noon, and most people went on lunch. So I literally walked to my car in the parking lot, which was in an underground parking lot, and I'd just sleep in the back I'd set my alarm for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, like looking
and
back,
go back.
looking back, do we realize how
crazy.
insane that lifestyle
I
was?
did that for like, I'm not going to say I slept every day for lunch for 2 years, but there was a 2-year period where I was, I could have been sleeping in the car.
Yeah,
It's pretty bad.
it's pretty bad.
At least I needed an ostrich pillow. Then everyone would leave me alone on the desk. Oh my God. Okay. Next one.
What's the next category? Oh, what? Okay, Cristine insisted on adding this one. What do you buy for the barista in your life? First of all, do you think it's normal to buy gifts for like someone who makes you coffee at a coffee shop you maybe go to sometimes?
I mean, not usually. It depends.
Probably
on
isn't
your
something that really
relationship.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't really have a personal barista other than Ben either. So.
Well, like I recognize there are I don't go to just one coffee shop all the time. There's a few I go to, but there's definitely some people I recognize. I saw a nice lady wearing the Christmas glitters on her nails at a coffee shop recently.
Oh yeah.
I've seen her a few times. And there's another one who I can just say like it's the usual order, and she knows what that means.
Perfect.
So I guess I have a few baristas in my life.
What are you gonna get them? Well, the one who has hollow glitters, you know what to get them.
I could just get them nail polish.
We've done that once actually. We gave was it the Julian collection?
Yeah.
We gave someone who makes us tea or coffee the Julian collection.
Yeah, I should do that more, eh? Like occasionally,
Yeah.
like I'll get recognized and someone will clearly be a fan of you or Holo Taco. Like I should just have nail polish on me at all times to just give to people.
Yeah, you should just leave some in the car or something. Well, that's not good either. Because
wouldn't
what
be
if it's
good
like
for me.
frozen? But like, it's harder in the winter climate. But I hear you. Well, even in the summer, that's not good. Don't leave nail polish in a hot car.
Or are there rules about like employees accepting gifts from patrons?
Well, they're not your employee. The barista's not your employee. What?
No, I just
Oh,
mean
you
like
with
as
their-
a worker.
Oh, okay.
Because like I remember at grocery stores at one point, I remember I tried to tip a grocery store worker at one point, and they were like adamant, like we cannot accept gifts. And I've heard this before that like
Okay.
in some
hear
industries
you.
you're really not allowed or not supposed to accept presents.
Yeah, I could maybe understand that, especially if it's like money, because it's like, what is this extra money floating around the till? But like, I don't know if bosses are gonna get mad if someone gives them like a nail polish that's not something sold at that store or.
I think it depends like how corporate the environment is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's probably some reason for it I'm not thinking of. Anyway, what are
Anyways,
you buying
I was thinking
a barista?
You can't buy them coffee, you can't buy them tea, because they literally have 24/7 access to coffee and tea.
Disagree. This is
What?
my answer. They serve people coffee and tea all day, every day. Who is serving them? What if I just walk into the
So you
coffee
wanna
shop
serve
one day
them.
and I'm like, here, I have made you a fancy
Where did you make it?
vanilla bean white hot chocolate.
Did you make it in our kitchen that doesn't have health code violation or whatever?
Yeah.
So they won't accept it because they work in a proper barista place. And we do not. I'm confused. Why would you'd make one at home and then bring it to them?
Take it to them, yeah. Hey, you make me coffee. Here's my gift to you.
I think they would think you're fucking crazy.
Well, I think it's fucking crazy to buy a barista a gift in the first place.
Okay, you haven't heard my answer.
Okay, what's your answer?
I'm just like, what? A desk mug.
Oh, yeah, a hot plate?
I can't even say anything in surveys anymore because you're just going to laugh.
A desk mug warmer? I wouldn't have expected that.
Listen, Ben.
Oh, does it keep your tea warm?
I can't breathe. I'm sorry. Also, my allergies are making my eyes hurt more when they cry. It's okay.
You all right?
Everything is fine. No, because I would assume they enjoy a lot of coffee and tea at home, but like they have no place to warm it up. Or if they're sick of coffee and tea, you could get them a juicer.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm so sorry, audio listeners. That's
fine.
crazy.
That's a good. That's not even funny. That's just a good answer.
Yeah, I was thinking like they're sick of coffee and tea. Get them a juicer and some fresh fruit.
That's a very thoughtful answer, Cristine.
I don't know if I have a barista that it makes sense to purchase this for, but maybe you have a barista in your life who you've grown close to, and you can get them
It's hard to know if someone would like
Florida
juice.
oranges are delicious.
You don't necessarily know if someone's gonna like juice, right?
Mm-hmm. Kleenex?
I have Kleenex in my pockets.
We're crying on the gift card. Merry Christmas.
Okay, my answer was I just want to bring them coffee.
Okay.
Should I try this?
That's fucking crazy,
I'm pretty sure they would think like I'm a weirdo unhinged if I walk into a coffee shop with a gift in general.
I think they would be nice. They'd be like, thank you. And then they would they'd wait for you to leave and they'd be like, that guy's fucking crazy. You brought me coffee from God knows where.
What's crazier, bringing them a drink or like I'm walking in there with like a $300 juicer?
Yeah. I mean, it depends on your relationship again.
I don't really have much of a relationship at all other than recognizing a few of them and knowing a few names.
Maybe other people are really close with their baristas.
Yeah, but then you're friends then.
Yeah.
You don't refer to them as the barista in your life.
Good point.
You refer to them by their name, I think.
It was an idea. You don't have to take it. Okay, what's the next
category? What gift are you getting your chaton, your petit chat? Your cat.
Oh, I love this. The best gift guide.
Okay.
Okay. A bed, but not just any cat bed. You want a cozy cat bed that fits them. And I've gotten a lot of positive feedback about the 18 different cat beds that we've ordered for our cats over the years.
Feedback from who? The cats?
Feedback from the cats and feedback from people on social media commenting saying, where'd you get that cat bed? That's so cute. I want that for mine. So I will leave a link for where I got some of the fluffy cat beds, specifically like the donut ones. People like the aesthetics of it. And Menchie loves the donut bed. That's the one in my stream room. And Zyler loves the rainbow equivalent of that downstairs. Yeah. And the other, we have 3 donut beds. 2 of them are the same. I just realized that.
We definitely spoil. Beds is the right answer here for the cats, by the way.
I have a second answer, but continue.
Because for me, it's not just the idea of like a singular bed they like. I've definitely noticed, especially Menchie, the opportunity to go from bed to bed.
They want variety.
Menchie's going bed to bed around town.
They want choice. They want variety. You can't buy them just one bed. You have to buy them multiple. Like that.
Yeah. And it's interesting to see the dynamic. Like I'll bring a new bed home just because I kind of feel like spoiling them once in a while. And like they'll kind of both check it out. And usually they'll sort of come to some sort of conclusion about whose bed that is.
Yeah.
I don't really understand how that process works in their brains. But like often it will be the case that like it's just sort of decided, oh, that's a Menchie bed.
How did we decide who gets what side of the bed? Telepathically.
I think we had a conversation about it.
I don't remember. I do not recall.
How did we decide? You wanted to be closer to...
I don't think
you're on the side of the bed that's closer to the bathroom.
Why did we decide that?
I think you just said you wanted that.
I don't remember. Anyways.
You think it was telepathic?
Yeah, just like cats.
Sure, okay, I'll let you have that.
Okay. But
is your second answer for the cats a tea desk mug warmer?
No, but imagine there was a bowl that could be kept cold.
Cold.
Yeah, because cats want cold water. Like, well, they have those little water fountains. We can't have those water fountains because my cats they'll think it's Splash World and they'll fucking
Menchie likes playing
everywhere.
with water.
So unfortunately, those do not work for our cats. But my second answer was a Furminator, which is the brush that whenever I've used it. So if you think back 3 years ago, Simply Logical videos, I once made crafts with my cat hair. And to collect the hair, I used a very specific brush that like combs the fur in a specific way that allows you to collect all the like dead fur coming off. So that's what I used. And people still to this day have like asked me what brush that is.
Yeah, so we have a Furminator. Whenever this comes up, I know at least a few people suggest that some people don't like them, think they're a little too much on the cats.
I think you have to.
I think it's about how you use it
and
too, right?
assess how your cat or your dog or whatever is responding to it. Like that's the, that's the reasonable take.
You can overdo it, but we notice ours like it a lot.
Yeah, Menchie's really been loving that in the cone because she's been in a cone lately, so she can't really like clean. So I think it's helping her coat a lot. So she's getting extra fermentation.
Lampshy.
Okay.
That was cats. Next category?
Bunch of beds. Next category.
What do you buy? Your brother. Do you have a secret crush on somebody?
I've never had a brother. You've had a brother.
I've had a
you
brother.
You have a brother. Like you've had a brother.
And I've bought him the gift, I'm going to say.
What is it?
A goat.
Oh my God.
What do you get for the person in your life who, they're an adult. They're gonna figure out their own shit. They like traveling. I'm not going to enable that.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna say, hey, on your behalf, I purchased a family.
You purchased a family.
Excuse me. For a family in need, I gave them a goat.
Is that real?
It's real.
Should I ask further questions?
I'm giving them the cash equivalent of a goat, but it helps people for real.
Okay. As long as you're checking all the sources when making such purchases.
Yeah. Research a charity before you give money to it.
Okay, get your brother a goat.
Or
that was Ben's
the
idea.
charity might get your goat.
So my idea was a charging station for stuff
not
you
a
need
desk,
to charge.
Not a desk mug warmer?
Well, that's for everyone, but
okay.
For your brother, I think like a charging station where you could charge. Maybe you have an Apple Watch or you have a phone that has like the magnetic
and AirPods
thing.
In a case
AirPods
with a tag.
in a case with a tag. Or maybe they have a Nintendo Switch and there's like a dock thing.
How big is this charging station?
It's big. I don't know. It depends. You have to decide based on the needs of your brother. All these
things plug into it?
I just feel like everyone could use some kind of a charging station. It's just a matter of figuring out what the needs are. So assuming you live with your brother, you could just go like look in their room. They totally won't mind that you're looking at all their electronics to figure out what kind of charging station you're going to buy them.
Yeah, just research the company because if it's like allegedly some of them have you seen there's a story recently? I don't want to get this wrong. I'm worried I might be wrong.
Just don't say the company.
So there's a company that makes like battery packs a lot of people use that also has like security cameras, and it's a Chinese owned company. And it turns out they were just, without the user's knowledge, uploading images from the security camera to some sort of cloud server somewhere that people didn't know about.
Who accessed the cloud server? Like, how is this known?
It's not really known who could have had access or who's using that. But when it comes to any sort of security device or any sort of tech that has access to your data, I would be very mindful of only using companies you think you could trust with them having access to.
Even a charging station? Yeah, I guess.
But I think it's more just about not supporting a company that through their other product categories is doing things like that.
Okay, you could get a camera to spy on your brother.
Get a camera to spy on your
brother. All right, how about sister?
Sister. Mm-hmm. So we both have a sister.
Yes.
I don't really, I suppose you can make this criticism of all of them. I had trouble thinking of something that's like generic sister appropriate.
I have one that's generic sister.
Oh, do you? Because for me, it's all just about a very... when I think of my sister, I think about like very specific things. Like she likes being outside. She likes granola. I'm kidding. She's
granola.
outdoorsy, right? So for my sister, I would think to get her something like maybe like a tent.
A tent?
Or like a hammock you could tie to a tree if you want to sleep outside for a bit.
Okay.
Or some cheese.
Cheese.
Maybe some cheese.
Interesting. Those things go well together.
Well, you can eat cheese outside.
You can.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So I think if you like your sister, you could get
you get her cheese.
No, you get her the favorite sister nail polish by
that's
Holo
another
Taco.
plug.
But I didn't even set this one up as a plug. I just honestly think it's super cute to gift your sister, if you like them, the polish called Favorite Sister, because it's not just they're getting a nail polish, they're getting like a sign of affirmation from you. They're like, you're my favorite sister. However, I do not recommend...
What if they have multiple sisters?
I was just going to say, I do not recommend doing this and only giving it to one of your sisters if you have more than one sister. If you have multiple sisters, you have to get that shade for all of them.
Okay, but what if there's 3 sisters?
You have to give them all favorite sister.
Becky,
and don't tell the others.
Becky, Sarah, and Lisa. And Becky gives Sarah and Lisa favorite sister, but then Sarah and Lisa get together and they go, wait, she told me I was her favorite sister. And Lisa's like, what? No, I'm the favorite sister.
Okay.
And Sarah goes, no, I was the favorite sister.
No, but you open them all at the same time so everyone's aware.
There can only be one favorite sister.
No, there can be multiple. Or it's just a beautiful red frost medal, one or the other. Okay, my other idea that wasn't that was a towel warmer. Because my favorite sister got me a towel warmer 3 years ago, and I still use it every single time I shower. It's one of those, like, you just plug it in, and you throw a towel in, you press the button before you shower, and by the time you get out of the shower, it's, like, nice and hot. And I just love it.
That is a good gift. And just sort of goes back to the whole, women like blankets and things that warm them up. That is sort of the fundamental principle of
you could get this for your
gift
brother,
giving.
whatever, if he sees a value in, like, a warm towel.
No, he doesn't.
Okay. You have had no... It's interesting because, like, you have access to this towel warmer and you've never used it.
Yeah, I'm good.
You don't want it? There's nothing about it that intrigues you?
No, I'm feel a good temperature.
You don't want to warm... It's so weird to me. You're like...
Why are you cold all the time?
Because I'm a lady.
Sometimes Christine goes, touch my nose. I'll touch your nose. It's ice cold.
It's so cold.
Why?
Because I'm a cat.
Touch my nose.
Because you don't believe me. That
I
I'm
believe
so
you.
Cold. So I have to prove it to him. I'm like, literally touch my nose right now. It's freezing. Oh my God, stop. I can't keep crying. It hurts my eyes.
All right. Just a few more. I forgot an answer for this one. What do you get for the person who hates everything? You just don't get them anything. They're ungrateful. Okay, I don't have an answer.
No, I have answers.
You have answers? Okay, what's your answer?
Candles and hope that they burn down their house.
Wow, that escalated quickly.
You get them tea light candles that don't have the protective glass. Really low profile candles. And like
Get
a
them really
lot of
dangerous.
them.
You should get them
matches.
some fireworks too.
Sure.
That's your answer?
Yes.
Okay, and a tea mug warmer.
Yes.
All right, what about the person who likes being in the kitchen?
Le creuset.
Le creuset?
Le creuset.
A nice quality cast iron pot or pan.
I only know this because my aunt is a good cook. The only person in my family who's a good cook.
Roasted.
Shade. And she can always use more of those like really nice fancy casserole. It's not for casserole, but like
could be.
You cook things in it, but they're pretty pricey. So that's why that individual is normally not just like buying a bunch of extras. But if you give it as a gift, it's like such a nice to have. I understand. to be the case.
Yeah. The only thing there is it's hard to know like what size or shape someone would actually want and use. But I agree. Otherwise, it's a very nice gift.
Next time you're in that person's kitchen, take notes, see what kind of size range they have, and fill in some gaps.
Good answer.
I have more answers.
Okay. You want to give me
Unless you want to go. Okay, so one is a milk frother.
Okay. I feel like we've heard this before.
But it changed lives, just like the next one were. I swear to God, if you're someone who's been at home or you just like want to impress someone else at home and you want to make a tea latte or a coffee latte or whatever, then milk frother is key, especially if you don't have a fancy espresso machine that does it for you.
If you're a fancy person who has Le Creuset pans, you probably have an espresso machine too for after dinner coffee.
Oh.
And that would normally do the milk frothing for you.
Okay. Another idea. Maple butter.
Okay. I can get behind that.
Maple butter. Not maple syrup, but maple butter. It can be used as like a spread on something or over ice cream or some kind of garnish in desserts or just mix it in with like oats. The person who's good in the kitchen maybe won't do that, but I do that. I don't know. It's just like a fun, different idea. It might be more known to people in areas in Canada. They're like, I literally have maple butter for breakfast every day. But maybe you live in an area
there are many people who do that.
Where that my grandfather used to have a shot of maple syrup every day.
That's
very
interesting.
Canadian. Very Canadian. But yeah, anyways, just an idea.
Good answers. Thank you, Simply.
What are yours?
For one for me is pie weights.
What is that?
So there are people who like making their pie, and sometimes you have to blind bake, or you need to pre-bake the shell of the pie before you put the filling in. But so the pie doesn't puff up in the middle, you need to weigh it down with something, the pastry. And me, I'm over here in the dark ages, just putting like dry beans in my pie.
I'm sorry, you do what?
I just find some dry beans. And I put them in the pie to weigh down the pie.
Don't they cook into the pie?
They're just no. You put like a
what kind
parchment
of beans?
paper or something. Maybe just white beans, just any sort of dry bean.
Like kidney beans?
You could probably use any type
like
of
black
bean.
Beans?
Sure.
Don't they cook in the oven?
Not really.
Are you fucking with me?
I'm not fucking. No, I weigh down my pies with beans.
You do?
But you can buy these nice pie weights that are like ceramic balls. Or maybe it's a chain, but it's much more elevated and sophisticated to make your pies this way.
Can't you just use rocks?
What kind of rocks?
From outside. Like, I don't know.
I guess if you found a bunch of
you
tiny
could
rocks,
wash them.
Maybe some gravel.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it needs to sort of uniformly distribute across the base of the pie.
What if you just put like a book?
That might catch on fire.
Okay, so rocks it is.
Rocks it is. Okay, so don't buy pie weights. Just find rocks. Another thing is a good ice cream scoop. So last year, I'm pretty sure I told people, ice cream maker, fun gift. Easy to make homemade ice cream. It will taste way better than store-bought ice cream in most cases. You need a good scoop for that ice cream. Because homemade ice cream probably is going to freeze rock hard compared to store-bought ice cream that is very full of air and other ingredients that help make it more pliable and easy to scoop. So a good ice cream scoop, there's a few examples of companies out there, but one that comes up a lot is Zeril, I think. But they have like a heat conductive liquid inside the ice cream scoop.
What?
So like it's kind of like if you were to run a spoon under hot water, then scoop ice cream makes it easier. It's like the scoop itself kind of has that going on inside.
How does it get activated? With motion?
I think just through the motion, yeah.
It's like those watches where you move and it powers it?
Exactly.
I don't know.
I think that's actually a good analogy.
That's so cool. Why don't you have one of those?
I don't know. I like the challenge. It slows me down.
Wait, that's so cool. I didn't know that those existed. Shout out to the inventor.
Last gift idea. Nice cookbook. I know that's a little antiquated, with the internet, and you can search whatever recipe you want. But I think sometimes it's nice to have, there's some nostalgia about having actual printed recipes in front of you. So maybe, Claire Saffitz, dessert person has a new cookbook called What's for Dessert that I would like to get, that I think I'm going to buy for myself as a gift.
I'd be interested in an analysis of sales of kitchen books, cooking books over the last like decade or two to see if there's been a meaningful change. I guess you would also have to plot sales of equivalents or other offerings online. But I think that'd be like interesting because you're right. Like there might be some people who find it nostalgic or they're just old and they're still used to using that medium. But like that's, going to fade out over time. So
they're probably still appealing to a demo that still likes physical books, but that will change over time.
Another 10 years, it's not going to do so well.
Maybe.
I wonder if most cookbook companies are now doing like a hybrid option. Like they'll do print books, but maybe lower quantities, and then also offer a digital version.
Well, think of someone like Claire, who's a good example of someone who clearly understands the internet. She has a YouTube channel, right? So she'll post a lot of her recipes, her making them as like half-hour YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I assume she makes more money from publishing YouTube videos than publishing these books. But I get the impression like she's doing a book tour and stuff. I think there are still a decent number of people who want to buy cookbooks.
Cool.
But who knows? The shadow knows. What's the next category, Cristine?
The next category is person who never leaves the house, a.k.a.
you. What do we buy simply?
A desk mug warmer. Okay, but like, no, that is the perfect thing because they're never going to leave, so they're going to have their tea at home. Another one, since we're... Another one is slippers, okay? Because people who never leave the house, I think they still want to be comfortable and just have the feeling of maybe they're putting on shoes, because that's what normal so you never forget how to put on shoes in the event that you do have to leave the house.
In an emergency, you need to know how to put on shoes.
So I practice that every day by putting on my holo slippers. So I'll put these on every morning, and I still look fabulous wearing them.
Just so you can remember how to put on shoes in an emergency.
That's one of the reasons. But I also just feel like it's more comfortable to walk around your house instead of walking on, whatever dirt or spit or cat sneezes are on the floor.
Well, you're just walking around spitting on our floors when I'm not
looking?
looking?
I'm not, but I don't know if you are. So that's why I'm saying I got slippers on, so I'm protected.
Only when I'm angry.
What? You're spitting. But yeah.
Okay, slippers.
Slippers, and personally I prefer hollow slippers, but style is subjective. And I did have one more. Okay. If they like to play games on the internet or otherwise, you could get them a gift card like to Steam gift card. Okay. That's where I've been purchasing a lot of the games I've been playing on my stream lately. They're like games for your computer. So a gift card for someone who likes to play games at home, that would be something really valuable because they're totally going to use that, assuming they're going to buy more games.
So this category also made me think of you. So I was trying to think of some of like the things you have that I don't think like a lot of people would. And a lot of them are like anxiety reducing devices. What? like a noise machine partially is that, right?
I do.
Or why do you have that? To help you sleep?
I can't sleep in silence because it's just so eerie, and also there's room for more distractions if you hear like a bird, and I can't sleep. So
the noise machine you have has bird noise.
Well, that's because it's the ocean, so there's the occasional bird on the ocean.
You always fall asleep before the bird. I'm going to complain about this again because I think it's so funny. Cristine has a noise machine. She leaves on every night, plays like ocean noises. You fall asleep pretty quickly.
Not always.
But this thing's on like a 40-minute loop. And I swear, at one point in those 40 minutes,
is a bird.
It's all beach noise for the other 39 minutes. And then there's one like 5-second clip where it's just like, caw. It wakes me up.
Because it's realistic, I think, is what they're going for.
Why would they have added that in?
But it's going to come every 40 minutes, so it's no surprise.
But like I'm sitting in bed like 39, 38 minutes,
no,
37
you're not.
minutes, 36 minutes. I'm waiting for the bird. Once I hear the bird, then I'll try to fall asleep.
Okay, I could switch it. We could do like fireplace crackling, but I find the little cracks aren't as soothing as the ocean to me, personally.
Yeah, I don't like the fireplace one because I grew up with like a real fireplace.
So you get hot when you hear it?
No, I'm more thinking like it's not something you want to just leave on unattended because you might burn your house down.
Well, it's not a real fire. It's a noise machine.
Yeah, but it makes me think of like, oh, that's the sound of a real fire. Like, oh, did I fall asleep with the fire on?
Oh, okay.
You know?
Got it.
What other
Yeah.
noises are in that machine?
Rain. That makes me have to pee, though.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's
ocean's
good.
fine.
Is that why you pee the bed all the time?
No,
I'm
I
kidding, I'm
don't.
kidding,
How
I'm
did you say that? People will think you're like,
One person will believe that's true.
oh my God. Okay.
All right. What do you buy for the person who hates children, Christine?
Well, it depends. Do they have a child or not?
Yeah. Let's assume they don't have
Okay,
children.
if they don't have a child and they hate children, you get them candles and a glass sculpture so that if they can't have kids over because there's just too many hazards in their house. So it's a way of warding off families and be like, you can't come over. I have too many glass sculptures.
I've booby-trapped
I
my
have
house.
open flame candles.
Open
everywhere.
flame.
Yeah.
Why don't you just get spikes?
Okay, well, I wasn't going that violent. But or if they have a kid and they hate their kid, or if
That's depressing.
if you hate their kid, I guess makes more sense. You gift the child a slime kit.
Why?
So that
You look at me like I'm going to understand where you're going with this.
because it'll be a disaster. It'll make a mess everywhere.
Who's that good for?
Not the child or their parents.
What is wrong with you?
Okay, I guess it's like if you hate that family, that's what you would gift the child. Yeah.
Interesting answer.
Proceed with caution, you know?
So I was going to say, if someone who hates children, I just think of someone who doesn't have children, I would hope, and then they just have time to do things they enjoy because they don't have children.
Oh, yeah.
So just, I'm thinking like books or video games. So it's video games, what you already said, Let them go to town on Steam. They could play a little Jump King, could play a little God of War Ragnarok, or get them a book. And I've been thinking about books lately. I haven't read a book in a while.
Yeah.
A little embarrassed about that. I think I'm going to start a book club in the new year.
You're going to start
And
a
that will
book club?
keep me accountable to reading books. Every month I'm going to say this is a book I'm reading. And if anyone wants to read it with me, they can talk to me about that book.
How is this going to go? Do you require the class to submit evidence that they read the book? Are you going to quiz them?
No, that's obnoxious. We're just going to, if anyone wants to read the book, they can. And then maybe I'll do an unlisted stream, or in Discord, we would just talk about the book if people feel like talking about the book.
Okay. All right. That sounds fun.
So I'm still entertaining suggestions for that first book, but
Okay.
there's one that stood out to me called The Candy House by Jennifer Egan, about a future dystopia where people upload their memories to a social media service and use it as a form of currency. It sounds kind of interesting to me.
Currency?
Yeah, it's sort of used in social media in like a transactional way. That's the
Okay.
very high level premise
Very
of the book.
Black Mirror.
It is Black Mirror-ish.
Interesting.
It's supposed to be one of the better books of the year, though. So maybe
I'll
that
have
one.
to listen to your book club discussion on
Maybe
that
you
one.
should read with us. Maybe we could read together. Wouldn't that be nice if we went to bed?
You could
I
read
would
to me at
I would
night?
read out loud.
What about my noise machine?
We could turn off the birds for a little bit, and I'll read to you.
I'll fall asleep to Ben's reading voice.
Okay, we could do that.
Okay. Speaking of social media, the next category is person who's obsessed with social media.
Oh, you buy them a beginner's guide to knitting. They just need to do something with their
They will
hands.
throw that out, but
No.
they're gonna reject that. No, I feel like you have to lean into it.
No,
you know?
you lean away from it. Give them something to do with their hands so they can't pick up a cell phone.
Get them a pair of handcuffs.
They
and
can make
take
you,
their phone.
They can make you a scratchy sweater or a Afghan blanket.
Okay, see, I'm trying to be helpful. Because maybe they're obsessed with social media because they're trying to monetize their hobby or trying to like progress in whatever it is they're doing creatively.
Okay.
And I can support that. I can get behind that. So some things, and people ask me about this all the time, that I think would be really useful is to get someone a little tripod that has like a desk clamp so you can put it on any desk and it holds your phone. A lot of people are filming things with their phone these days.
Okay.
So it looks kind of like this arm we have here, but they're specifically to hold your phone, and you can get an adjustable bracket and it just clamps right on your desk. So that, also a desk clamp ring light is really useful. I use them, and it has like a swan neck where you can angle it wherever, and it's basically like a light. It's helpful to paint your nails at your desk or just like flip it around and put it on your face if you're on a video call and you want more light. It's pretty pretty universal in that way. There's all sorts of reasons you'd want to light and like be able to maneuver it around. And then the last thing is for the real like TikToker content maker who's doing dances and, you know, like that level.
What do they need? A mug desk warmer?
Yes, to calm down. No.
Stop dancing.
They need a tracking selfie stick. So have you seen this? Probably not. Ben has not seen this. But I've seen these ads lately for, it's like a tripod that holds your phone, but it has tracking software in it so that the phone just moves and follows your face. So you end up with, if you've done like a dance where you've moved out of frame or would have otherwise moved out of frame, it follows you. So it looks like the finished product almost looks way more professional, almost like there was a videographer like following your every move to get synced to the music or your dance. And it looks really good as an end product. I'm seeing an increasing number of TikTok dancers, even people who work in like the workout industry, using that kind of technology to track their movement. It's pretty cool.
So for fitness people, you don't need a boyfriend or girlfriend. You can just have a robot film you.
Yeah, everyone's replaceable.
For some reason, anytime we talk about like TikTok or TikTok trends or TikTok dances or TikTok content,
you didn't hear anything I just said. Okay.
I didn't hear any of that.
But do you understand how that tool could be interesting and like for someone who's demoing a workout? Maybe it's like a high intensity cardio, so they're moving around, and then the camera like tracks with you.
The technology of a tracking camera is interesting.
Yeah, it's cool.
Does that have a use outside of TikTok dances?
Yes, I just gave one. Workouts.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Anyways, what are your ideas?
What was this category again?
Person obsessed with social media.
I already said knitting.
Okay, all right. Okay, should we do the last one then?
Last one, Cristine.
Last category is the person who loves doing their nails.
All right. I assumed this is just an excuse to do a plug.
Okay, we'll get to that. But I actually did have some helpful advice.
Okay.
So
it's all you.
People who do their nails or care about maintaining their manicure, or maybe they have longer nails or they're trying to grow them, it's not just the nail care or nail polish products that you want to gift them. I think they could also use tools to help save their nails because nails are not tools. So you could gift them a pair of rubber gloves, so that when they're washing dishes or things, they, you know, can protect their nails from extra water. You can get them an X-Acto blade to open packages so that they don't have to hurt their nails. You could get them a shoe horn so that they can slip on their shoes easier without breaking a nail. I think it's like little things like that that could actually be useful. And these are like items in your life anyways that are useful, but specifically for someone who loves nails, you could get them all these thoughtful things and then also get them the 2 new seasonal tacos from Holo Taco. We've got silver flake taco and red flake taco, which are metallic foil flake toppers that you can put on any base color. I think Ben's wearing silver flake taco over Bring Me the Teal right now. Stunning, absolutely beautiful. And then you can just, if you're a collector of Holo Taco, if you or the person you're buying for, or you can just buy for yourself, we just launched our new Holo Taco official display rack that has branding and everything. It's black smoked acrylic, so you can kind of see through it, but it's like kind of dark and looks sleek on any desk. That's what I was going for, to let the polish really stand out, so you see the sparkles from a distance or the colors. Whatever it is you want to store, it holds 45 Holo Taco bottles, or 1 less per row if you put them in their collector's cartons. And there's going to be some people who don't have 45 polishes yet, or who have way more than 45 polishes, and if you're that kind of person, well, you need a whole furniture company to build you something. But for me personally, since you already know I have a whole wall of them, I'm going to use it for my most reached for nail polishes. So I'll probably put top and base coats, toppers, some classic cremes, and maybe whatever is on theme, like magnetics, you know, I might have in right now. Or if you want to just display your limited edition collectibles or seasonal products, then you could do that with this size rack. So
it's a good size for keeping things like accessible in front of you and having a good variety without like overtaking your space.
Yeah, I didn't want to make it too large because it's supposed to sit on your desk and also act as a display. So it's like you can show off your nail polish, you know, the modest collection. But if you want to show them more in your room where you have like 800 bottles of nail polish, that's like date number 2, you know?
It'll be funny if you just like you dialed random phone numbers, and you just go. You ask people, "Hey, you wearing your rubber boots?" Have you ever thought about doing that?
Rubber boots?
Yeah, you got your rubber boots on?
What for?
Just to be safe.
Is it raining?
Maybe.
Is it?
It could be.
Heavy rain?
Thank you for tuning in.
I don't understand what sentence just came out of your mouth.
I hope we gave you some good ideas.
Am I missing something?
No.
Okay. All right.
Are you done your Christmas shopping?
What?
I'm asking them, not you.
Oh, okay.
Are you done your Christmas shopping?
Comment down below. Also, honestly, last year when we did this, a lot of people had good suggestions in the comments.
Oh.
So I encourage you to build on what we've provided, what we've shared, add more suggestions, and then other people can benefit from your additions. And maybe we can also steal your ideas and implement them.
Benefit Cosmetics. Is that a company?
Yes.
Are they good?
Are you just like making word associations right now?
Yeah.
Good job. That is a makeup company, Ben. It starts with Ben. Benefit Cosmetics.
Ben Cosmetics. Should I make merch?
If you want. What would it be? A banana? Maybe the shirt peels off.
Most shirts peel off.
Do they?
They come off.
Well, like they go like this. I was thinking like you peel it like in pieces, like banana.
Or is it just like a full zip? Maybe the sweater has 4 zippers. One on the front, 2 on the side, 1 on the back.
Peel.
So it can fold out into 4.
Or you could take the 2 zippers here and then just like let the one peel hang down from the middle. Like a bib. It's a built-in bib for the person who loves working in the kitchen.
This is brilliant. There's no blank for this.
Don't take my idea.
Copyright, trademark.
Copyright a boo-boo. All right, everyone.
See you
Hope
next
you have
Taco
a fantastic Taco Tuesday. Don't forget to leave your Christmas shopping ideas. And thank you for joining us on day 6 of Christmas with no H. Stay tuned on Holo Taco socials for day 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because there's 12 days of Christmas. That's how it works. Because I said so. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see y'all later. Bye.